Be quiet. What's going on, Bigfoot World? Another Friday Night Live, guys. We're going to get it started here. Moving slowly, getting going. I see everybody's on here waiting. Where's it? Actually, everybody, where is everybody? I see the haters actually beat you guys on here, but that's what's up. First thing first, guys. Give me thumbs up. Can you guys hear us, see us? Everything's all good? Going on, Kim? I see you in here. Yeah, it was a beautiful day here, too. Can you guys hear us? What's going on? Oh, no, you can't. I see you. Yeah, you can. Can you guys? Thanks, Kathy. At least somebody's responding out there. You guys can talk to each other, but you can't talk to me. That's what's up. We'll get it going, guys. Hopefully everybody gets the notifications, jumps on, joins us on this Friday Night Live. See what's going on for today, man. Thanks, Brian. I see we got a few old schools on here. Gene's in the house. His wife Lisa's in the house. That's what's up, Damien, Nancy. Good to see you guys. Brian, where's Brian? I don't see him on here yet. Mom, I don't see her on here. Frogman, what's going on, Frogman? I got your message, man. You called me like right on Friday Night Live time. That's what's up, Bouncer. But what's going on, Bigfoot World? Another Friday Night Live, guys. Man, we finally got through April. April's over. I see you, Mom. What is it, Bigfoot Bree? When birthing happens? I think it's like now. Everything's going on now. With the wildlife, everything's going on now. Even with most mammals, it's like right now. Birds, all that. Brian's back from the hospital. That's what's up. It's good to see. But yeah, everything's having their babies right now, man. Out there. We really got to be careful out there. Because shit. Like everything. And yeah, everything and anything could happen. Bears are having their cubs. It's just right now. But we've been planning on some things, guys. For the most part, getting ready for take another trip back out Larry's place, Larry's Lounge. Man, that's a great ass area. Everything about that place. There's so much that I didn't get to check out. So much unexplored. Just in his backyard, man. I want to check out a lot. But we're getting ready for that. That's coming up the end of this month. Like I was saying about April, man. April has been like my worst month in life. Every time, if anything bad was ever going to happen, it would be in the month of April. And this April is like one of the first few Aprils that I actually slid through unscathed, where I didn't take too bad of a beat down. But it's over. We made it. Another year of April is gone. That shit's over with, man. May's here. Spring's kicking off. It's been beautiful out there with minus the rain that we've been getting. They give birth about every 18 months to 2 years. Yeah. Like it was about 2 years ago when no, maybe longer. Well, we've been following this newborn around with his mom up there by the maze. Yeah, it's been a while ago, yeah. But it is around this time. He's already puffing and passing already. That's what's up there. But like I said, guys, we're planning for some stuff for this month going on. What we're gonna get into, what forest we're gonna get into. We was looking for the fire this week, pretty much where it took place at, and we couldn't find either spot.
It's a good sign and a bad sign. Bad sign,
Right.
we don't know where it's at, but a good sign, all our spots are okay.
Pretty safe, yeah. They get pretty intense when they have young around. Actually, that's all wildlife, man. That's anything you cross out there. They got a baby. You walk up on a goose with two little babies and see what it does.
Killdeer, birds, they'll chase you down too.
They'll light that ass up, man. That's any mom. Any mom. You get in between the mom and the baby, look out, man. I see you guys. I see you, Mom. It's the like button. I see everybody starting to come in here. We're up to 61 now. 7 haters in the house. So I'm doing something right.
You didn't even say nothing on the 7 haters.
Yeah, there was like 4. I think we started with like 5 haters before I even hit the live button. That's what's up.
That's good though.
We're doing something right.
Watching. Haters not still watching.
I see the haters are starting to recruit. They starting to hire and shit. But we are.
Just like it. I just like it too.
I think one of mine. I just like myself. But yeah, I've been looking for a camera, shopping around. I still ain't really succeed on that one. There's a few things I want to get before I get out to Larry. I want to get some microphones. I want to get some bigger lights, some stronger lights, long-lasting lights to where we get out into the forest, they ain't gonna go dead on us. Because I do want to do some night trips on this trip, a couple of night trips. Tell us what they look like. What looks like.
Glow sticks we get to drop at night too. We can follow those back
until something comes behind us and start picking it up. Yeah, then we're stuck. Because I got stuck out there in the daytime, in the fall. So shit's starting to grow in. When we get out there, it's going to be grown in. And
I'm taking some more animals.
We really got to plan our trip in and trip out on any trip we take. I see it isn't an answer. What happened, Mom? Deborah, the grandbabies are good. Spoiled as shit. Tell us what they look like. Tracy, the newborns, I got a picture. I don't know what they all look like, but the ones that we was around, there's some good pictures on my Facebook page if you want to check them out.
They're a little blurred, but that's all every picture we ever got. It's like that. I don't know why it's like that.
What teddy bears that Bigfoot look like?
I'm talking to a friend.
Marketplace for your video equipment. Oh, Marketplace. I hear you. Oh, Gene, hearing it. Maybe next Friday I'm going to get that equipment back. Well, I'm thinking about it. I see your name up there because I want to take that equipment down to Larry's Lounge too. Not me this time. I didn't. Oh, you didn't hit that? That's what I said, Mom. I got a couple more haters, but we'll be all right. The more haters, the better we're doing. Well, I see it. Like I said, it's been a bad month. It's just if you go back, I got a few years of videos up right now. If you go back every April and just check out that month of April, you'll see that it's always went downhill in April. And then May came along, shit just kicked off because the Bigfoot started coming around, shit started happening, and now's the time to be out in the woods for sure. I mean, it's the most dangerous time to be in the woods because everything in hibernation is coming out starving. So it is, and having babies at the same time. So we got to be careful. And we got to watch who we take out there. Then we take a female out there at the wrong time of the month, she gonna get her ass tore up. That remind me of that movie we just watched. with what's it called?
Bad Trip.
Bad Trip. If you guys seen Bad Trip
Check
when
it
he
out.
went into the zoo,
Check it
that
out on Netflix.
that's what could happen in the wild. This shit could go bad. But that was a funny movie though, Bad Trip. I seen, speaking of Bigfoot guys, I seen what is NVTV. They did a review on our old friend Robert Dodson. He had a crazy ass video, and NVTV just did that it pretty much did a cover on it and went over and reviewed it. That's one of his funniest videos when that Bigfoot kept like ducking down behind the bush every time he shined the light on it, and then he poked back up on him. And then the last time he poked up, Robert just took off running through the bush at that Bigfoot. And it's like the Bigfoot disappeared. He had a flashlight and he's looking around for it around the bush. And then when he turned around, that Bigfoot was like a foot behind him, 2 foot above him, looking down on him. He's like, oh shit, he behind me. Took off running. That I mean, I miss old Robert Dodson. I think he died like 2 years ago. He has some real good videos. He has some great videos. I like to see old Rio come back into the scene too. I kind of miss Rio, Utah Sasquatch.
Oh,
I learned a lot on watching him on how to track him, look for the signs and everything on how to get out there. So I hope Rio comes back, makes a big comeback. Tranquilize brownies for Bigfoot. That's a good idea actually. But you'll have every animal out there passed out. Who walk through the woods and just see everything spread out, all passed out. The big people can only
Squirrel,
be seen
deer,
3 ways.
bears, everything's else for sleep.
You're right, Bouncer. 100% right. And another thing, where was I watching? It was the same one. It was, who was it? MVTV did the same review, did another review on I think it was called The Scariest Bigfoot Footage, where the Bigfoot stepped out from behind the tree. I think that dude like came up on the incidents where, like I did, where they was killing a buck or they was killing a deer, and they was intercepting him from stopping. Yeah, I mean, they was stepped out behind that tree and wasn't letting him go any further until they got that deer. That's pretty much the same thing that happened with me. Did I see Michael on Bigfoot Odyssey? No, I kind of quit watching Bigfoot Odyssey when he gave my camera to somebody else. So I ain't seen that episode, and probably won't see that episode. That's what's up. Your answer about the babies make wonderful sense. I was getting all kinds of communication in it. Be safe around this time if you're out there walking around, especially being a female by yourself, because anything can happen out there, man. Try not to go alone. And Gene, that's the camera that I'm looking for. Actually, that's the exact camera that I'm looking for, and that's a great price too. So I might mess around and end up with that camera, Gene.
Such a nice picture.
This Bigfoot drink beer. I don't know, but I wouldn't mind sitting out there drinking a couple with him, getting to know him.
We should leave like 6-pack out there or something.
Yeah, it definitely was a warning. Shit, I wouldn't never stop, but just don't go alone. When you go alone, that's when like more shit tends to happen. They get more. They don't care. They'll walk right up on you, especially being a female. And kids, they like kids and females. So be safe. Have you considered refurbishing cameras? Hey man, anything that works better than what I got. Cause right now I'm working with 4 pieces of crap. And I'm each one got its own problem, you know what I mean? So I gotta struggle with that for a day or two. Which one of you gentlemen can what? Not me. That's for sure. Tracy.
The fuck?
Oh, maybe you're talking about the video when on Larry's Lounge coming in the door when we was coming back in that night on my birthday.
Yeah,
I said, "Hold on a minute."
they tried to blame it on me.
I said that shit was fresh. I think that's what you're talking about.
It says Bigfoot out there farting.
You never know. He might sit out there and drink a couple beers. But this is May, June.
We'll try to wind down
him. I've been telling Fred, if you noticed in the last video when we was out there, I was telling Fred, man, we need to get out there around that waterfall at night. We're going to do a couple of night trips this week. Maybe we'll get out there at night and see what's going on with it. See what's going on, because them structures out there, they're changing every day. They're different, and they're like them three, what is it, the double crosses on the ground, and then they got the double crosses that's been there up in the back standing up. So that's cool. Cookie's here hanging out somewhere.
Is that now? Is that now?
What?
Is that going on now?
It goes on anytime.
It's still open. Close it. Ships for 1620. There's like a meal deal going on down there.
You playing game on live?
No, it's not a game. There's a meal deal going on for Wade's Emporium down there. Bunch of hoagies and pepperoni rolls, like a giant hoagie, family size hoagie.
Do I still think the Ness is still on the porch? Google Earth, when you Google Earth, it's never recent. It's always like years old. I Google my Graham's house, and it's like a car that I had 5 years ago sitting in the driveway. So it's Google Earth definitely ain't up to date. And you probably wouldn't be able to see the porch from there. Zooming in, it's like wood surrounding that place.
We have to wait till we go back up there to see if it's there.
Did I see watch the video Bigfoot trading peanut butter for the fish? No, I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to go look for it. Egg McMuffin breakfast. That's the translation for the bird's nest.
That's what he wants. We have to put an egg McMuffin out there.
We did we left in Whoppers and shit. No, it was quarter pounders and fries and shit, chicken nuggets. We left them. I see you, Frog Man. Yeah, I see you, Whisper. On Google Earth, the big cities are updated more than the small towns enforced. That's probably why we're in a small ass town. When I am on Google Earth, do you notice the little squared out spots in different areas? They definitely don't want you to see that shit. And they don't even mind. They just paint it black instead of trying to cover over it. Blur it out. They just put a big black square over that shit nowadays.
Let them look here.
The mountains with Bigfoot throwing little twigs at you.
That's when we got bombarded.
Up there by the cave.
On top of that cave when we first found the cave.
Skinwalker comes on May 5th. Yeah, I remember that day. They didn't want us to find that entrance there. We went down in that bitch.
So we just kept pushing on. They was coming out. Their shit.
They hit us with rocks.
Smack us in the chest. Smack us in the back. We got lit up that day.
Damn, for 10 years. That's how it is around my area. It's like, it's old pictures. It never changes. Onion rings. You must got the munchies. Skinwalkers. Them skinwalkers, man. That name originated from what? It wasn't the Navajo, was it? I can't remember what tribe originated them. I know they worshiped the animals. They thought the animal spirits were God or something like that. Or the animal that they worshiped, that's the animal they became after death or something like that. I'm not sure what I'm talking about. Have you listened to the Steve Lilly Journal? I don't think I did. I usually get into that stuff like once I'm sleeping. I'm trying to take the next trip. I want to say like the 17th. I put in for the 16th to 20 something. So around the end of this month. I don't know if it went through yet. Hopefully, I messaged my boss to see if it did. I'll find out tonight when I go in. It ain't all tribes. There's one. I mean, yeah, all tribes worship the animals, but there was. I'll think of it before the end of the live stream. I'll think of the tribe that I'm trying to think of. A black horse that could. Yeah, but was it the Navajo that did that? I can't remember the tribe that actually. I don't know. I'll think of it. They talk about the three-toed tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Three-toed beast.
That's the same area actually was getting bombarded at.
Yeah. You were alone. You were coming down from the insulation pit. Woodpecker scares it. Yeah. That was funny, Prince. I know what you're talking about. That woodpecker kept catching me off guard because I could smell the Bigfoot to my right, and I hear him crunching on the.
Looking for him.
I'm trying to find out where he's at, and this damn woodpecker keep poking. Man, you can't see I got a situation over here. Stop, man.
There's something going on.
It's like they always. I don't know what's up with that woodpecker. I remember that shit that. Most tribes have it in their past. And they learned that they were worse than Bigfoot out there. Yeah, I think in the few years that me and Fred been out there, we've learned the same thing. There's a lot more than just Bigfoot in these forests.
Yeah.
Without it.
There's so much stuff that we can't even explain. It happened, and we just talk about it. We'll tell you guys whether you believe us or you don't. It's besides the point. We know it happened. We sat there and lived it. You're sitting there chilling, smoking a cigarette. Next thing you got chains rattling right behind you. You can hear it like somebody just yanked a big chain down along a cement driveway or something. Ching, ching, ching. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I was too scared to even turn around and look. No, I don't think it was the Apaches. Where the woodpeckers talking to you, and that's what it seemed like. It seemed like every time this Bigfoot made a move, the woodpecker started pecking, and I couldn't locate where the Bigfoot was because of the damn woodpecker. I was even cussing the woodpecker out there for a minute.
As soon as you think you got a fix of the location, Woodpecker would peck
Start
you, look that
knocking,
way,
and I'm all lost.
it throw you back. Like you look, start listening over there, and oh shit!
You could smell it too. You could. It was so bad you could taste it. It was bad up there. I definitely seen the comment on the last video where when we was walking up toward the water, I heard the grunt and then the woman's voice as we was getting up there to the water. I definitely heard that. And someone left a comment. There was 2 dog men up in the top of the hill watching us or some shit.
Didn't really see them.
I didn't see them, but I definitely heard the voices.
Right. The XL, whatever it was.
Cactus growing up out of the ground here in Pennsylvania. That's not a good sign. This is supposed to be the Keystone State. We ain't got no deserts here. We definitely don't have cactus.
The Wilson moment. That was crazy too.
Yeah. Down in the caves.
The craziest probably I would say was the monkey children. Remember the monkey children who chased you? That was probably the craziest thing I ever seen. Actually, not ever seen, probably heard. That was it, because that was like a couple feet in front of us. We started running around the rocks looking for him.
I see you, John.
When the machine started up.
Yeah. It just came up out of nowhere. That's when we started that random nautical shit up there around Bigfoot land.
We thought we was going to spend the night out there, climb down in.
Oh, when they came down at us, we was laying down in the woods.
No, we was down in there. Oh yeah, I remember that too. That was crazy.
There's so many different things that went on out there. It was weird that we can't explain.
By game or something.
On side by sides.
On side by side. So we thought it was a good idea to jump down and lay down on this hillside, thinking that side by sides wouldn't see us. Well, we come around the corner where the headlights perfectly just lit the whole hillside that we were laying on. Like we were all just laying there in the spotlight.
They got us already spread out on the ground.
Like we're all laying there looking at them. Dead lights. I started doing backflips down the hill. I just started flipping and rolling backward. I started diving down the hillside and taking off through the woods. We all split up and met back up.
I see you on there real cleft.
Just like, lay down here, we're good. We lay down. Soon as we lay down, 2 of them lights come around that corner. I was like, Jeff, I think they're coming this way. Jeff, I think the lights are going to hit us. Boom, we're all lit.
What? Yeah, I was wondering. These moderators are slipping a little bit. Is it passing too much? Passing too much. But just for fun, I get you. If you ain't see what was going on, then you must not have been paying attention.
Right.
But it's good to see you on here just for fun. But I don't know, guys. We've been here, still here. We didn't find the fire yet. We've been looking.
We covered a pretty good bit of ground too. Looking, it's not like we just half-assed it. We was out there searching. We didn't want to go too far off trail because there's a lot of places we can look up there through there. But for the most part, we can see all the areas that we usually go to are pretty safe.
And that, take it easy on me, man. It's all good, man. But anyways, the plans for the future. We talked about the past already.
Right.
The plans for the future. I want to get up there on top of the mountain. I want to find that area that I've been looking for. Me and my uncle found a while back. It's got structures in it just like Colorado.
This is the same place we looked for like 10 times.
Yeah, and I
still
keep
can't find
passing it up somehow.
We
I
can't
keep
find it.
passing the dirt road up. If I could just find that dirt road one more time, I'll know how
We
to
went
get
up there
there.
on foot, up there on vehicle. We still can't find this place.
I will find it. I ain't gonna give up on it. Forbes National Forest, that place didn't scare me completely away.
But
We'll be back up there. I want to get back up there and check it out. With it being seasons for everything to be having their babies, we need to get back up into the maze area, check out the maze, seeing if
it's a
she's
good spot to bunker down. That's why we had been out there. We let that go, see if everything
see if she comes back. Because the last time we went up there, that where they had it blocked up in the front, they had it. They
Ripped out.
smashed it down. They busted logs up. I mean, they took a lot of power to bust them. The size of them logs, the way they did,
Yeah, they ripped it all out of there.
that just let me know that they was done with it. But it's been like a year, 2 years since we've been up there. We're overdue on checking it out.
That's where that flashlight was too. We can see if we can find that flashlight again. It's on that rope. That's why we won't carry a mag light. Because it's just weird where this flashlight's located.
Bouncer, no, we really haven't. Not yet. The craziest thing like that we found, like deer laying around. There's a lot of deer ripped apart lately. We've been seeing. We just found another one out on a bike trail, ripped apart, shredded out, and missing. Pretty much all the meat's gone. It's just hair.
Yeah.
Other than wildlife, we really don't see shit out there anymore. It's slim to none. I'm hoping it's just the winter keeping everything down under, keeping everything low. And once it warms up, everything start moving around again. But for the most part, throughout this winter, we didn't see much of shit moving around when it comes to wildlife.
That's everything else comes out too, though. That's what sucks.
Everything. Right, Richard? Them ticks, snakes, and mosquitoes. I can't stand none of them. None of them at all.
Have them have everything else that really.
Right, Damien. You're pretty much right on, Damien. I already know, but it's all good, man. You gotta take the good with the bad, no matter what you do or how you're doing it. When the deer disappeared around here, the snakes and turtles started to be eating squirrels and rabbits. It seemed like the squirrels and chipmunks are making a strong comeback, but everything else is
scarce.
Yeah.
Fish, you don't really see. Usually, some of the creeks right here, you can just walk through and see fish swimming.
You don't see shit. Yeah, even when we went to the streams
in the mountains,
up deep in the forest, up there by Larry's Lounge,
you could see a couple fish in the water.
I ain't seen nothing.
They stalk those, allegedly. Even the creek down there that they stalked, but we was driving by where the suicide bench is.
Yeah.
Did you see that bench, by the way?
That bench was right by that tree, rotted out.
Mind you, that's the only bench down there. There's not another. We looked on the trail. There's no other benches there, but that one spot. Well, they put a bench there.
Nobody's seen that 8-out tree.
They didn't talking about.
Well, I seen that comment with Richard. I was watching something and it was on like National Geographics, and they said over 50% of the world's forests are gone. Madagascar's forest, there's only 3% left of what was. It's just sad, but it's coming down to the point to where we keep cutting all their forests down. They're going to actually have to stand up and stop us. You know what I mean? They're going to start fighting back. We keep jumping into their home, ripping trees out and cutting shit down.
I was watching a movie.
They're going to turn the tables.
Last night. Grizzly Maze or something like that.
Yeah,
You see,
that dude got ate up going up in there. Him and his wife got ripped apart.
that's what it was. It was the bear mad because they were out there cutting all the forest out, and bear come out for revenge.
Ate his ass.
Smart bear. They was tearing people up.
The squirrels and chipmunks are all bones under a huge burger tree, and my favorite. I've seen things. Yeah, I've seen shit along them lines. Something similar to that. But yeah, that's pretty much wraps up all the forest I want to get to.
Mhm.
I want to get back into I want to check out
The
Okay.
maze.
yeah, the maze. But there's another forest. That big ass concrete Bigfoot. I want to get up around that area and
yeah.
check out and show you guys that this statue is like life-size statue,
It's pretty
concrete
crazy.
statue
It's
of
out
a
in the woods.
Sasquatch. As soon as we got it seemed like as soon as we got up at the top of this mountain, he was standing there.
Like, hey, we found him. Search is over.
He was just right there, big concrete, massive, gigantic Bigfoot.
I seen on Facebook. There's another one somewhere too. I'm not sure the location. I should have memorized it, but there's another stone Bigfoot. I don't know if they moved that one or if it's just another one. But it was like the same thing, big giant stone Bigfoot in that pose.
There's a thing on, what is that? Damn. Everything that pops in my head, I can't think of the name of it.
Oh wait.
Nah, I ain't getting my shot.
That's what sound good.
Nah, I ain't even gonna talk about the shot, but I ain't getting that shot. Where are the green ones? I don't know why they're doing it, but they've been doing it. Right, Bouncer? That's the same thing going on in my area. Even during hunting time, you see maybe one vehicle on first day of buck season out there. It's like people don't hunt no more because
They don't hunt.
yeah, there's really nothing out there. Well, I heard. Let's see, there you go, real cloth mama. You almost had me talking about it. I ain't gonna get into it. People knocking on my door. I just ain't doing it. You got it. Nothing happened to you. You're just one of the fortunate ones. How some of the people are going missing. Right, Brian? I want to check out. That's another. You just reminded me. And after I said about I want to get out there and check out that forest, they just did a video on that forest. And he ended up, what the hell is this? Hold on, guys. I'm going to get his name right now on my laptop. Real quick here. He just did a video in the Blair Witch Forest up in Maryland. As soon as this shit pops up, finally. It starts with a J. I think it's like Jazz. He does the randonautic videos. His name's Jazz. Jazz and Chris. You guys watch him? But he just did a video in that forest, Garrett County, Maryland. We're going to take a trip out there and possibly spend the night. There's a lot of rumors about everything pretty much going on in that forest.
What about that?
It's got a lot of history. Yeah, Gene's one of them that wants us to hit that. What is it, Gene? Mile marker 87 on Appalachian Trail. So that's another place this summer we're going to check out. We're going to drive out that way and park to where we can just get on a bike and maybe hike a couple miles in, ride a couple miles in, and camp. at that mile marker and see what happens. Search the little area around that part. Yeah, you're right, Lockbeard. But I can't talk about it. I didn't get sick, and it's been over a month now. That's what's up, Kathy. It is Jazz.
I didn't get sick. I didn't take it.
I'm gonna take my chance. You won't even get tested, right? Mess around and stick you with something anyways.
Right.
They definitely hunting for the big people, and we think they got 3 out of 4 sign out there this year.
Yeah, mile marker 87. That's where we're going.
People disappear from Mount Marker 87. That's where we're going to check that place out this summer, Gene.
We're going to camp there overnight.
We're going to spend the night there camping at Appalachian Trail, Mount Marker 87. See what happens. Because there is a lot of people that came up missing from that area. They even got one on film running like he was being chased by something. He left the trail, went off into the forest trying to get away, and that was the last he was ever seen again. So some people think that Sasquatch might have snatched his ass up, hunted him down, and snatched him up. They know where you got if you are a factor, right? There's no self-service around 90% of the spots we go to. We take a chance every time we get in there. That's why you always say, you guys cuss us out in the comments about use GPS, use this. None of that shit works.
We don't even use it. We just go.
It's like at Larry's cabin when we went out to Allegheny National Forest, Coates Forest. The GPS would let us go into the forest, but when we came out to get ready to leave, that GPS wouldn't let us out the forest.
We had to drive around until we got signal.
Yeah, for a while. And that was both forests. It'll let you come in, but it won't let you leave. That's kind of weird in itself. 200 plus miles apart. Both have been compromised. Is that what he's saying? Comprised? I hear you, Kathy. I hear you. One-way trip. I hear you too, Snoop.
That's usually what they are.
One-way trip, Eric.
I hope we can find our way back. We don't think about that when we go in. We just go in. Then get lost. Like, dang, we're lost.
We do too. I did it at Larry's place by myself. That was scary. I didn't know how to get out, what to do. I started zigzagging back and forth until I found something familiar. Then I came from the opposite direction that I went in. It was kind of weird.
He said you come like all the way up on top of the trail, like way on the other side.
In some guy's yard and shit.
That's crazy.
Man, I know this area.
We drove past it.
Then I had to take the road back out around the gravel road. I found my way back. I actually can't wait to get back there.
Yeah, that was a nice spot. I liked it out there. We had fun.
One is being logged and the other I found military sniper rounds identified by ex-military. Now, yeah, I hear you. And that's what they're doing out there in the Blackhawks. And I've heard that from people in Colorado, people in Utah, both saying the same thing. Actually, and Australia. A guy from Australia told me the same story around the same time of the Blackhawks going in and using the infrared and night heat and taking them out, shooting them, and then carrying them out in nets through the night. And I've heard that from 3 different people in 3 different states. And now I'm in North California. That's crazy. What do you guys think of these dog-looking ones? I've never came across one yet. I've never seen one, but I think they're crazy. They're bad news. Anybody that's ever crossed one didn't really live to tell about it much. The one craziest story that I've heard about was that lady what was it, 2 or 3 dog men broke into her house, and that one Bigfoot came in and saved her life, chased them out.
Mm.
I mean, it ripped her house apart and about killed her, but if it wasn't for that Bigfoot, she would have never made it. Everybody thought it was her husband that did it, and with the security cams, it was the dog man that did that shit. Bigfoot doesn't belong. They're hovering huge drones. That's crazy.
They're hovering helicopters over ours.
Yeah, we got followed by the Blackhawks a couple times. And then when we posted it, they cut it down to 3 minutes.
Yeah, because we think the government's watching us, or they're watching us, or something like that.
Yeah, the government.
They put it under 3 minutes. Then we had to put it back up.
I named it nothing. They put the whole 16 minutes up.
Right.
I always carry bacon for them. I'm not carrying bacon in the woods. I messed up and carried some banana nut bread and some pecan pie in the woods, and about got ate up by a gigantic black bear.
He was chasing you down.
He wanted that shit. He took my lights, my backpack, all that shit on that night.
Shook you down, robbed you.
Nick, I think the government, actually, I know the government already got the DNA and all that on the cryptids. It's just, for what reason they're deciding to hide it and push it under the rug is beyond me. He finds great stuff. I'm gonna have to check him out too. Prince Arcane. I don't know how you pronounce that. Okay, Mark. I need to go to Falk, Arkansas and do the night legend of Boggy Creek.
New legend.
Oh, yeah. The overnight challenge. Overnight in Boggy Creek. I don't know. You trying to make us come up missing. That's what's going down.
$15 go get lost.
Yeah. Here, take this $15 and get some gas money, man. Don't come back. Go deep in the Boggy Creek. You'll never find your way out. Boggy Creek, man, they made a movie out of that place. It wasn't everything out of Boggy Creek is not nice. They got to be the big red Bigfoot down in there to be coming out with some mean ass stories like that. I'm not trying to mess with. I'm not trying to come up missing. I'm trying to see him, but not come up missing. Oh, you gonna go with me? That's what's up. Hey, you go with me. We'll get it done. Right. You're right. Digger dog. But they put them on the endangered species list and destroy the logging. Yeah, I've heard that scenario too. I heard a few different scenarios on why they're pushing them under the rug. I've seen my videos. You'll pay for the thing, for the whole trip, huh? That's an expensive trip, Boggy Creek.
Right.
But it can get done, man. It can happen. I just ain't trying to come up missing in the process of it.
Yeah, we're willing to do it.
Oh yeah.
Right, Kim? He was in the forest in Eustis and found some structures and footprints. Drum watching me. You know, when I was out there taking a crap, I swear it was a big, gigantic drum came out the woods on me, and my lights went out, and I ran back into the damn cabin screaming, my pants down. Huh?
Like EMP or lights or something.
Yeah.
Like shut them off.
So I ran back in like, hey man, the lights went. They rolled in on me, and the lights went out. That was a bad night. I didn't want to say it was UFO or aliens because they knew I was already drunk. They wouldn't believe me anyways. So I
We just laughed at him still.
It was bad. There was something definitely out there in them woods.
We was laughing at him. He said there's something outside his window. I was laughing at him.
You will come out. I can't wait to get back out Larry's, man. That is a nice spot. That's a great spot. Larry messaged me today, matter of fact. He's been tied down with work like me. But we're going to get back out there. When that happened, it reminded me of you. Old logging roads are very good spot to find them, usually in the small towns. Yeah, that's how it pretty much is up around these hills too. Around the high power parts fall up around them old logging roads. That's where I pretty much had my last sighting. If I go to Logging Creek, I better have an AR-15.
You let's borrow one of yours, Gene?
Yeah, I know he got a whole damn armory in his garage. He got enough ammo for shit. The U.S. Army.
Hook us up.
He's ready. He's ready for whatever.
Supply us.
He's ready for war for sure. Did you ever figure out who left the bird's nest? Nah, I have a.
It's on film. It was not there. Then it was there.
The only thing that it could be was something with hands, and it wasn't no person. There wasn't no people down there but us. Yeah, and Bird didn't build it over the course of 3-4 hours.
Well, not even overnight.
From the time we left, went on that trip. Yeah, I would have noticed it coming out the cabin. It wasn't there when we left. When we came back, it was there. So within 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, it showed up there.
Ripped that all that trash up and left that bird's nest, or in between something happened. When we know we should have had some deer cams or something like that, and put them
on that bag.
Mm-hmm.
I will this time. This time, I'm going to put the deer cam inside the vehicle, out through the back window or something, right. So they can't really see it.
It'll still catch movement probably through the glass.
I'm going to do it like that this time.
We're tied up on the porch somehow. Hide it on the porch.
It was definitely a gift for us leaving the McDonald's food there. Yeah, Kathy, I was definitely drunk, but I know what I seen. I know what I seen.
What do you think he's seen?
I got it on film. You see it lighting up coming out of the forest. You see my lights go out, me jump up, my pants down. You hear it. You hear the whole sound coming at me.
He runs.
That shit was crazy.
He said, I didn't even finish. I was done. I couldn't breathe. Thought we needed a buddy system.
Right, Bouncer. I did too. That's why we don't never take guns out there. They know when you got them. It don't matter if you keep them in your backpack, in your vehicles.
It's like they smell the gunpowder or something.
They know they're
there. Then you have a different tone in your intent, if that makes any sense. Like you walk out there
more confident and shit.
Yeah, so you walked out unarmed. You know what I mean? You kind of lay back. As shit goes down, shit starts going down. You get a little confident on them. You might get hurt. They're gonna sense that tone, sense that confidence that you're a threat now. We'll show you.
Gene said, "I'll give you a stick of good stuff and make a loud noise." That's just like my greatest fear of running into experience like Todd Standing did when he was out there by himself and he got stuck in between the apples and then them 3 or 4 Bigfoot came rolling in on him.
Yeah.
They was about to rip him apart for them apples. He's lucky that female reached up over and got him off of that log. I think they was either way they was getting them apples, whether they had to take him out or not. And them flares, they saved his ass. I'm pretty sure it was a combination between him screaming and them flares that fired.
That's another thing we should be taking out there. Like flares,
It kept him. It kept him at bay because they wanted him. Them growls that was some growls that I'm about to tear that ass up type of growl. They wasn't playing at all. Them Bigfoot wanted his ass, but they wasn't playing with him. And then they finally, on that other time out there in the same spot, they took him out with that 80-pound log when he was tracking that one. That thing was a monster. When he was standing there, he's over 6 foot. So that thing that was standing there before him had to be like 12 foot, 11 foot. I see you, Nick. Oh, damn, bro. Did Bigfoot get a hold of you?
He didn't take a warning about the zoo.
Yeah, you must have watched that movie. You must have been the one in that movie up there going to the zoo. That was a funny movie. Bad Trip. It's on Netflix if you guys didn't get a chance to watch it. Then you understand what I'm talking about when he went to the zoo.
Yeah, don't go to the zoos.
That shit's funny.
I learned that the hard way too when I was got eaten by a shark. Zoos aren't cool. At least I learned not to go to no oceans.
Right, Bouncer. It's better safe than sorry. Right, Nick. But only one thing about Todd, if you notice, since that night happened with him and them apples, he got in between the apples and the Bigfoot. He ain't never been back out there since. They scared him to where he's done. I think he might have been out there during the daytime, but he won't be back out there at nighttime. He refused to spend the night. When he went out there with Les Stroud back to the same spot that happened, Les Stroud stayed out in the tent out there in that area by that rock, but Todd Standing slept in the truck. So he's got that fear that, like Mike and Jeff has. And once you get that fear, man, it's hard to break and it's hard to overcome it to get back out into the forest. Hopefully he does.
Every little noise you think is the same thing that you're scared of.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
You know.
It's a mind thing. Beat you down out there.
It will. It will. Even that guy from Florida.
Especially when you get deep out there and then you don't know where you're at. It's a mind thing to beat you down.
Bear spray doesn't even phase him. You're right about that. Shit, bear spray don't even phase ferret. You think it's gonna phase Bigfoot?
But you spray them in the face, you ain't gonna have time to go to the woods before they recover.
He didn't say shit about the apple disappeared. Yeah, they took all the apples off of him. It took you 7 years to sleep outside. It's like over time of me doing it, you notice less and less. I haven't been in a tent in years either.
I'm trying to get them out there.
The last time I've been in the tent was the last time they was out there
back. I remember that.
Talking to us and shit, 3 a.m, saying some, I don't know what the hell they were saying. And
that hand come across the tent.
Yeah, pushed in on Mike's head. That was the last. That was the last time we went camping.
That was the very last time.
The gigantic hand pushed down in the tent on top of Mike's. Mike sitting beside me. I looked over.
We're all in the tent at this point.
Watched it coming. Yeah. And it was off behind us talking, saying something.
We're all like, listen this way. Next thing you know, this hand comes, like, you can see clear as day, a hand stretching the tent fabric.
That's some freaky shit. That was the last time we went camping. That was in Bigfoot land.
Just scream, Mike duck behind you.
Yeah. That was freaky shit.
You can see
that was shit you see in the movies.
Shit, We like smacked the tent and the hand went away, but yeah, it was. We didn't get out though. But you?
We didn't either. The camera was on the outside, like right outside the tent
Yeah, that's what
was
I
the cooler, and the camera,
was
all the
sitting-
equipment was
leaning
sitting out
against it.
there. I was too scared to reach out and grab the camera. I was freaked out. It was, you could hear it crunching, cracking all around us and shit. I was just too freaked out. I just laid there pretty much. That
Took a
happened a
step.
few times to where you're so scared you freeze and your body will, your mind's saying, get it, reach out and
Right,
get
yeah,
this
we
on
have to
film.
film it.
We got to
but
film this,
you just
but
can't move.
your body's just, nah,
Like,
F
is it really worth it? Like,
it ain't, I
we
ain't
can talk about
moving.
these experiences, but yeah, man, we go out there and might get messed up. It's like they know too. It's like they know that when we're they can catch us lacking because it seems like that's when the most craziest things happen.
When it's right at the break of dawn, when it's at the coldest point,
Mm-hmm.
is when they start that talking. When they started chattering, like I was too cold to care. He was within feet of the tent talking, saying something. I don't know if he's talking to us or talking to another Bigfoot, but he was talking, saying some shit. And I was like half asleep and half awake, just to where I can hear him out there saying something. And I was just too cold to care. It was right before sunup.
I remember that too. You told me, yeah, he's out there talking this morning. Oh, you wake me up?
I hope they don't hunt them. I don't know what's going on out there really anymore. It's like more you know, the more you don't know. So I don't even know. When the government and the hunters hunt the Bigfoot, it makes it dangerous for the people. I think they know. They're smarter than you think. They know the difference in what your intentions are out there. They're not dumb animals by any means. Are they dumb? If they was dumb, they would have found them a long time ago.
Right. We have better footage of them.
Mm. The
There are
human
times they'd be
side
right in
of
front
them,
us and
just
disappearing us.
yeah. I've seen some crazy shit when it comes to them.
That one that ran across there, that giant one, we heard that clear as day. We watched like in real time as it jumped. Barely got it on film, and it was gone instantly. Yeah, he's down there talking.
Of our species, Lockbeard, I'm almost on your level with it. I think what I believe, and I'm not. It's just like speculation, like everything else. I think that the Sasquatch is the female side of us, and the father side of us is off planet. They came down and created us with the mixture of them and the mixture of whatever came down to mess with us. We're like half off human, off planet, and the Bigfoot is the mother side of us, pretty much. If you look at our history, and for the most part of it, they changed a lot of it and lied about a lot of it. But if you read between the cracks, that's pretty much what they're saying. The mother side of us was already here, and the off race came and created us.
Oh yeah, I seen that video with the raccoons and the hot dogs. We got like 100 raccoons out there just feeding them like big giant packs of hot dogs. Those giant container hot dogs.
I also see that video where that raccoon jumped out.
And
Hunter poked out around the bush and shit. And Susie poked out, around the truck. Susie poked out that raccoon was in the air flying, looking at him, jumped on him and shit. I ain't never seen a raccoon attack somebody like that. That shit's crazy. I see you, Mark. Right, Damien? Yeah, a lot of people think they're hybrid too, but who knows what they really are? Maybe one day we'll figure it out.
Most of us.
I really don't even care what they are. I just know they're there.
And that's it. Most of us are. Mark's comment. Oh, geez. Just had to burp.
I see you, Kim. It's hard to tell what it is, though. We understand, Daniel. We are all just chatting and learning together, right? Pretty much just throwing ideas out there.
Bullshitting.
All we can do is just BS it and go out there and learn and figure some more shit out. No problem at all, right? Right, Maggie, and that's just not Bigfoot. That's all wildlife, man. We're like, to me, I feel like we're like a flea on a dog on this planet because all we're doing is destroying it, just sucking every bit of life out of it, from cutting the trees down to fracking, to even stripping the coal out of this. There's a lot that we're doing that we shouldn't be doing, and it's only going to get worse. We worry about the outcome later, I guess. Destroy until Mother Nature fights back. Of a wide variety of science and based on the evidence we have, but not entirely necessary for they must be. I don't know how to answer that, Lockbeard. You guys are going into deep conversations right there, including underground caves and our game lands. Me too, Bouncer. When it comes to that, that's why toward the end there we started going to the cave systems and stuff like that, because they definitely are in the underground. They do travel underground. They have the skills to survive for sure. Yeah, definitely. How we learn to survive with technology and all that, they learn to survive
without it.
Yeah, without
they
it.
learn to avoid it.
I don't know, Bigfoot world. That's just speculation. You know what I mean? Throwing ideas around. Cone heads found in Peru. There's a lot of different creatures found around the world that they just don't talk about. The giant skulls, all that stuff. But with that, on that note, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump out of here. It's already going on 8:30. I gotta be at work in a couple hours. Every day something different. But stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, guys. We're gonna be out there a lot more. Now that it's warming up, things are starting to move around. We'll be back out there. They are blending in perfectly. They definitely are with their surroundings. Jeff would not be surprised if that Bigfoot was right. I wouldn't be. You're definitely right on that. But all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump out of here. Hopefully, you guys stay tuned for this next crazy ass adventure, and hopefully next Friday we'll have a lot more to talk about. I'll have some notes for you guys. We'll get it going and see what happens next in this crazy ass adventure. Who knows where we're going to end up next, but we'll be definitely out there. Stay tuned, guys.